Now, the world is abundant with breakup recovery methods, but I've seen no other work as well and as quickly as meditation, journaling, and therapy. And that's why I gave them the fancy name of the Holy Trinity of breakup recovery. And in this video, I want to present and unpack each of these modalities to you and hopefully motivate you to give at least one of them a shot. So let's begin, starting with meditation. Now, meditation is the act of observing oneself in silence and stillness, and you can do it practically anywhere, at any time, and you don't need any fancy gear or software to pull it off. Now, here's, in brief, how to do it, how to do a very basic version of it. First, find a quiet spot and set a timer for 10 to 20 minutes. Then sit on the floor with your legs crossed, using pillows for comfort if needed, and just maintain a straight back. Your hands can rest on your knees or be cupped in your lap. Now, don't worry about achieving the perfect posture, just aim for comfort and stability, that's it. Now, begin by closing your eyes and keeping a very soft gaze ahead. Then relax your entire body. Maybe even perform a body scan by progressively relaxing your muscles from your face down to your feet. Then take 3 deep breaths, inhaling through your nose until your chest fills, and then exhaling through your mouth until it empties. After these, continue breathing at your normal pace. Now, meditation basically involves maintaining focus on your breath, so do that. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Keep your focus on that breath. Now, to help you focus, you can count to 0 at the end of each inhale, and you can count 1 at the end of your exhale, at the end of each exhale. Now, I want you to keep this up until your timer goes off. Initially, meditation, it may feel very awkward, and maintaining your focus, it might be pretty challenging, meaning your mind is probably going to wander a lot during the initial few sessions, right? Please note that this is normal. It's even expected. When you find your attention drifting, just gently bring it back without judgment, without beating yourself up. And believe me, over time, as you practice meditation, you will improve in this aspect, and you will feel a lot better about yourself, about your whole breakup in general. Now let's move on to journaling. This is also a very interesting one. The way you start is really simple. Grab a pen and paper and just start writing about your breakup. Maybe jot down the things you currently feel, like your worries, what you're angry about, or what you're afraid of. You can also write about what you're grateful and appreciative for. Another solid idea is to put down the lessons from your last relationship, or you can use journaling to outline an ideal future for yourself, for which you then set goals that will take you actually closer to actualizing or reaching that future. Hell, you can even write about all of this stuff that I just listed if you have, enough time to kill. Just whatever you do, don't overanalyze this simple discipline. Too many people, they spend days researching the best times and places to journal and the pros and cons of different pens and notebooks. Don't fall into that rabbit hole. Just start writing and you'll be fine. The therapeutic effects of journaling are sure to come regardless. The fact is that you've brain dumped your thoughts and feelings on a piece of paper, and this makes feeling better afterward practically guaranteed, because that's the important thing, just brain dumping everything on a piece of paper. Now let's move on to our final modality, therapy. While many people bounce back and forth with the idea, the experience can be incredibly life-changing, and I cannot recommend it enough. A good therapist will act as the examiner, the person asking why. They will lead you to question your inner world, they will lead you to consider new perspectives about your breakup, and they will help you realize new things about yourself and your dead relationship. They will also give you an outside and hopefully objective perspective on your situation. Now, the idea behind therapy, it's really simple. Making the unconscious aspects of your mind conscious. These are aspects like triggers for your emotional outbursts, niggling insecurities, and self-esteem issues. Now, once you spawn adequate self-awareness around these things, you will be able to exercise control over them. And that's generally how you take care of your mental and emotional health. Here, let me illustrate this for you. Suppose you always felt uncontrollably anxious when your ex has not called you back, okay? In that case, there's probably something hidden within your unconscious, causing you to react in such a senseless, in some cases, dumb way. Now, by attending therapy, you can start to burrow into your past. You can start examining your life problems and personal challenges and traumas in detail to find the triggers and explanations for your said anxiety. And when that happens, when you find these things, when you uncover them, you will be able to better process that anxiety in a safe environment with a therapist, which will further allow you to become more aware of it and therefore not feel so powerless to your outbursts when they occur. And in time, you should be able to even exercise enough emotional control over your anxiety to modify and change your behavior despite that anxiety. That's essentially how therapy works in a very practical sense. Now, just a couple of final thoughts on all of these modalities, right? If we zoom out right now on meditation and journaling and therapy, the reason they work so well is because they all help you make your unconscious thoughts, feelings, and traumas conscious. And as a result of this transition from the unconscious to the conscious, you are given the really good opportunity where you not only can unearth these things, you can also face and acknowledge them. And from there on out, you will be way more competent when it comes to taking control of these blemishes, I guess, or emotional baggage. And once you take some control, once you retake some control, you will actually be able to manage these blemishes effectively so they don't hinder your recovery anymore, or your overall mental health, your personal relationships, even your other relationships in general, because we all know that your emotional issues, they do tend to affect negatively your relationships, be that familial, friendships, or, of course, romantic relationships. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you want to go deeper into my process for breakup recovery, if you want to learn more about it, download my recovery cheat sheet, link below this video. And I will see you later. Take care.